The Bible says that no one is good except God, and that every good gift comes from God. Goodness comes from God, and a good life comes from knowing Him and walking with Him. Not that life becomes easy or without problems, but it is filled with hopeful promises, peace through any storm, and abundant, undeserved grace. So, welcome to the good life, where life is far from perfect, but God is good. Come on. I'm just sitting down to start planning my 30th birthday party. So I'm turning 30. Today is Tuesday and my birthday's on Sunday. So I'm gonna have a little party with some friends, invite people over, have some food. And I don't normally do this for my birthday, but since I'm 30, I thought I wanna have a little party. So I thought I'd just make a video about the process, kind of how I go about planning a party. Usually I start off on Pinterest. I'll show you my Pinterest soon, and I try to think of some kind of idea for food, and then I have a little notebook that I keep where I like to just write down my menu, write down all the groceries I need, any like cleaning tasks or things outside we need to get ready if we're gonna have people sitting outside. And I enjoy doing it, just writing it all out. If I need to buy anything, it helps me stay organized. I've hosted people where I was not ready the day before or a couple hours before, and I was very stressed, and so now I kind of enjoy putting in the prep work and the planning of a party to make it as easy for myself as possible when the party actually comes. This camera is slowly dipping away. So this is the notebook I use, and yeah, I'll just kind of go through and show you my Pinterest. So I decided to make it super easy for myself because it's a Sunday, so I'd like to go to church that morning, which means that I won't have a ton of time before to do all the prep work. I decided to do, for food, to do like a cold spread of food where everything I can prep beforehand, where I'm not like using the oven right before people come. So I decided to do a sandwich board for the main food. So I found this on Pinterest and I thought, yes, I want to recreate it. It probably will not look that good. And then I thought for my other sides, I will do a bunch of cold salads. I chose 5 different cold salads. So I'm gonna make a Mediterranean bean salad, a Caesar salad, because that's just easy, you know, I can make it myself, but you can also buy the bag and mix it up. I'll do a Caesar salad. I found this sweet and spicy hot honey pasta salad that looked good. It has pepperoni, arugula, some mozzarella, tomatoes, and then it must be have some spice to it. And then this grinder salad also looked good. I've seen people make this before. It like has a mayonnaise-based dressing with lettuce, pepperoni, pepperoncini, peppers, salami, I think. And then what was the other one I was gonna make? Oh, a broccoli salad, because I asked my husband, what's your favorite cold salad? He said he always likes the broccoli salads. Is that 5? Yes. So those are the 5 cold salads I'm planning to make. And then I'm also gonna have, you know, probably like chips. And then I thought I'd make a fruit salad, just a bunch of fruit together. And then I'll make some kind of dessert. So I was thinking I found this on Pinterest, an almond sheet cake. I thought that sounded delicious. I love almond. And I thought if it's, you know, obviously a sheet cake, you just put it all on one pan and bake it and cut it. So I think that's all for food. Welcome to the voiceover. So I'm going through my Pinterest, writing out my menu and ingredients that each recipe requires. Do you guys like using Pinterest for this? I really love Pinterest, especially to plan something that's kind of cohesive, like a menu, and also finding seasonal recipes. I think it's really fun for that too. I love Pinterest recipes where you just click on it and you scroll down and you see all the ingredients right there, and you don't have to click into the website and scroll through the ads to find the list of ingredients. It's so convenient. Love it. I also enjoy taking screenshots of recipes, so I'll scroll down to where the directions actually are and the list of ingredients, and then I can just store that in my phone instead of going into the app and scrolling each time, although now I do have so many screenshots all over my phone. All right, the girls both woke up, so I'm gonna continue this later, but I got a good start. And another thing I like about having a notebook like this is you can look back on, you know, other parties that you've thrown or times you've hosted, and you can remember, oh yeah, I cooked, this is what I cooked, and this is, you know, the people who came, this is when we had it. And it's just kind of nice to look back on that. That way if you want to like cook the same thing or cook something different. Anyway, thank you for starting that process with me, and we will continue another time when I have some free time. Yes. There is something so peaceful to me about the stillness of night when both of my girls are in bed, asleep, everyone's needs are met, and I can have this special time to myself, although my baby does still wake up a lot at night, so I'm going back and forth sometimes to put her back to sleep, but having this time to work on something like this is so helpful. It is a new day. I was able to finish last night writing out all my recipes in my book, so I'll show you what I did. I have my sandwich board, my 5 salads and all the ingredients I'll need, my drinks and dessert. And so from this, I can now make my grocery order. I can pull everything from here. And I also included cleaning tasks and just things around the house that I wanted to get done and that I just need to get done in general. So having people over is good motivation for getting things done, like cleaning our kitchen cabinets. There's been something sticky on some of the drawers that, you know, I've just been looking at for the past couple days, and so I want to finally wipe down my kitchen cabinets. I need to clean some stains off our couches and our dining room chairs, clean the floors, clean the bathroom, basic things, and then some tasks outside, like clearing off our deck, creating seating for people on our deck and space for people to be outside, putting some fun things out there. And then also in the kitchen, I like to just clear off the countertops, the things that we store on the countertops. I just find a new place for, bring it to the basement just to make more room for food on the countertops. So this is my plan. Obviously, nothing will go perfectly according to plan, but just with having kids and wanting to enjoy the process of accomplishing these tasks and getting ready for the party, it's really helpful for me to spread things out a little bit. Having a day dedicated to getting these tasks done, and then having a day to the day before to prep the food, get as much prepped as I can. So hopefully the goal is the day of, I can just relax. I'm sure I won't be able to totally relax because there's always last minute things, but that's the goal, to be able to have a peaceful day and not be stressed right up to the moment people come. Also, look at all this beautiful produce that's just in front of me on the dining room table. This is what I need to get done today. I just picked this last night from our garden. We have even more tomatoes out there, but I try to just pick the ones that looked the most red. So I don't know if I can get it all done today, but I'm gonna try to make pickles with, these are like the smaller size cucumbers. Some are like giant. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. And then the tomatoes, I like to make like pasta sauce. I even put some of these peppers, like this one has seen better days. The bugs started getting to it, but I think I can save part of it. But I like to put peppers, like roasted peppers, in with the pasta sauce too. So anyway, it's really pretty to look at, but it also just reminds me, like, I cannot ignore these. I need to do something about them soon. So maybe today I'm gonna make some sauce and just freeze it because we already have some in the fridge. So anyway, this is the lovely fruit from our garden. I'm very thankful, and it's our first time really having a garden, so we are learning, and I give myself grace for learning how to manage all of these fruits that we have now. And I did just go through and use the Bissell little green machine on a couple couch cushions that had stains, and then our dining room chairs, which are padded. So that was good. I got one thing done. This machine is really helpful for just cleaning little spots on carpets and rugs. It's not perfect. I don't like to use all the fancy chemicals with it. I just mostly use vinegar and water and like a little bit of dish soap. And here's the proof that I did in fact get to my floors. And actually I just spilled about half of this on the countertop. It was so nasty. Just trying to pick this up, the lid kind of came off. But anyway, I got the floors clean. It's so disgusting, but always so satisfying and so rewarding to see all the gunk that you get off of your floor. It is Saturday at 11 o'clock. Actually, it's almost noon. And I'm just gonna start working on something in the kitchen, start getting the food prepped for tomorrow. I got some cleaning done yesterday. I still have some to do today or tomorrow. But yesterday was a lot of fun. I went with my parents and my grandpa and my brother to a local sunflower field, and it was so beautiful seeing just the rows and rows and rows of sunflowers all pointed in the same direction. It was just amazing, and I thought it was ruined at first because we got there and it started downpouring for maybe 30 minutes, and then we only had a certain amount of time till the place closed. But praise God, the rain stopped, the sun came out, and it was just beautiful. So I was really thankful for that and glad for a fun time. If I have some clips, I'll put them in here. Can you come find Mama?
Okay.
Abigail probably doesn't want to do.
Oh, here's a good spot. We'll take your Christmas card picture, Dad.
Abigail, can you sit here and take a picture of Mommy and Baby?
Oh, yeah. Where's it? How about Daddy? You want Daddy? She's still holding on to her sunflower seeds.
He's all done with pictures.
He's done with pictures.
There you go. Smile!
Wait, let me get my hat.
That the Lord is good. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good to me. He's turned our mourning into dance and put out praise and clothed with gladness, and I will arise. We will praise and we'll sing and not be silent.
Yeah, she knows.
Look at this giant sunflower. At the end of our time at the sunflower fields, they said we could cut and bring home a sunflower, any sunflower. And so my husband and my brother, they climbed away up. Well, they didn't climb, but they reached for the tallest and the biggest sunflowers. And so we took this one home. It's as big as my head. So there is a pretty amazing sunflower. You can let the sunflower dry out. So you can either save the seeds for if you want to plant your own sunflowers, or you can let the birds eat them, or use it for something else. So I thought that was really cool, and yeah, it's a fun giant sunflower. We got lots of fun pictures. Really, really fun time. I'm glad we could go and do that. But we are gonna get started in the kitchen, hopefully getting a lot of food prep done today. I'm gonna start with the almond sheet cake. I wanted to get the baked dessert all finished first. So we're gonna start on that, and we'll take you along, and hopefully we'll get some things done and have a good time.
I want to do a video though. My Mommy's birthday.
Abigail's ringing our little bell here. Time for Mommy's birthday and time for cake. Good morning, little chickens. Just came out to grab some eggs that we need for the cake. And I couldn't believe how many eggs are in here. Look at all these eggs. A little messy in there. Oh, there's one chicken who always likes to stay in the coop. I do not know why. But yes, we haven't gotten our eggs in a couple days, so look at all these eggs. Oh my goodness, they just started laying eggs maybe a month or month and a half ago. So we're gonna collect some of them. Hi little buddies, what do you think? So we're gonna take some inside. I just came out for 2 for our cake, but there's a lot in here. So let's get them all out. Hi little buddies. Look at these beautiful eggs. Well, I guess actually they're not that beautiful. They're covered in poop. I tried to choose some of the dirtiest ones just so we could clean them. So here's what is going into the cake. 2 sticks of butter, some almond extract since it's gonna be an almond cake, vanilla, some flour, sugar, baking soda, salt, 2 eggs, and sour cream. So I'm just putting together these almond bars here. I keep calling them almond bars, but actually it's called White Texas Almond Sheet Cake. That's the official title of this dessert. And let me tell you, it was such a huge hit. Many people said they really enjoyed them at the party. And myself personally, the next morning, I was just eating these. You know, after you have a party, you have all this food, leftover food. Some of it was sitting out on our counter. So I found myself eating these the next morning, which was not the healthiest choice, but that's all right. It was enjoyed. So I'll share the ingredients for this recipe. You need 2 sticks of melted butter, 1 cup water, half a cup sour cream, 2 cups of sugar. And here I'm just showing organic coconut sugar. So I substituted this for some of the regular sugar. I just ran out or something, and it tasted just fine. It was plenty sweet, so you could definitely put less sugar in it. And then I'm adding 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon almond extract, 2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon baking soda, half a teaspoon salt, and mixing these all together. And I do not mix my dry ingredients separately. I just like to skip that step, I guess. But you do have to make sure all those clumps of baking soda or baking powder do get mixed out, otherwise that will not taste good. But usually a little whisk does the job, just like this. And then I'm just greasing with butter this sheet pan. I think it called for like a 13 by 18 sheet pan. I just used this one that I had, and pouring the batter in and baking it in the oven at 350 for 20 minutes. All right, we got our cake here, just came out of the oven. And then I made the icing. The icing just has butter, powdered sugar, vanilla, almond extract. I think that's all. So we pour it on top and then put some sliced almonds. You want to do those?
Oh, I want one to do.
All right, my audio was a little bit messed up there. My daughter did enjoy helping me with this part, and I just wanted to share the ingredients of the icing if you wanted to make the icing. It is 2 sticks of melted butter, 1/3 cup milk, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 1/2 teaspoon almond extract, 5.5 cups powdered sugar, and then don't forget the sliced almonds on top. All right, so here's our cake, and the icing should harden up, and we'll be all ready for tomorrow. Looks yummy. The frosting is really yummy. And now it is time to start prepping some of the salads for the next day. So first I'm starting with the broccoli salad, cutting up these florets into bite-sized pieces. And my mom taught me a cool way to cut broccoli. Instead of cutting all the way down through the piece, you cut just through the stem and then kind of tear it off. And it just creates less mess, those little green things all over. And this is my husband saying, please remember to make me a coffee because sometimes I forget. So sorry about that, Trevor. I'm trying to remember to make good coffees for him. So here I am just starting the hot honey pasta salad. I used some gluten-free noodles I cooked up, and then I'm adding honey, oil, and then I had a hot honey that I put in it, and then these spices. I forget what they are, but you can see them: onion, garlic, thyme, Italian seasoning. And just stirring that up, and then salt and pepper, and then also crushed red pepper you want to add to give it a little extra spice. All right, taking a risk here. The recipe said that if you prep this ahead of time, you can pour the dressing just on the noodles so that the noodles absorb it better before they're super cold. But these are gluten-free noodles, so they're kind of like sticking together, so I thought maybe this would help. I don't know, but I don't want to make them super soggy. So, do I take a risk? All right, I'll go for it. I did use gluten-free noodles for this recipe, which I do not recommend. Do not recommend. I feel like it ruined the dish for me, honestly. All right, it is almost dinner time here, so I gotta start working on dinner, but this is, I think, all I'm gonna do for the broccoli salad. I just cut up the broccoli and the onions, and then I think I just need to add like shredded cheese, craisins, and sunflower seeds, and the dressing, so I'll prep the dressing ahead of time. For this pasta salad, it tastes pretty good. I tried it. It has a little bit of kick to it. I added a little bit more of that hot honey. So this one, I'm just gonna keep the noodles in the fridge with the dressing. I really did not enjoy that hot honey pasta salad. I feel a little bit sad about that, but that's okay. I just didn't like the flavors, and the noodles, didn't like those. The gluten-free noodles just did not work well, especially making them ahead of time probably. Anyway, now I'm just chopping up some meat for the grinder salad. I'm chopping up pepperoni. It was in that log, which I've never bought before, but I figured having those chunks of pepperoni in there would be really good instead of just the sliced pepperoni. And then I did get sliced, mini sliced salami, and I'm putting those all together in a bowl to add tomorrow. And then I'm just slicing up the rest of that pepperoni, which I'll put on the sandwich board with the other meats, and putting it in the bag with the salami. And then here, just adding provolone cheese, which the grinder salad recipe also calls for. And next, I am moving on to this fresh ball of mozzarella, this one in the hot honey pasta salad. Anytime I leave the fridge open, she rushes over to the fridge. She loves to get this bottle of lime juice and lemon juice, and it's her favorite thing. I still have to cut up a few veggies, like some tomatoes, I think, but that'll have to wait because now it is dinner time, which means it goes dinner time, then cleanup, then bedtime. So I feel like, yeah, the next couple hours are booked. But once the girls are sleeping, I'll head back to the kitchen and get those last things done. I'll have to make some dressings for the salads. So I gotta get my baby out of the fridge. She's still playing in the fridge. And yeah, I'm happy with what I got done. You know, you can always get more things done, but you just do the best you can. Alright, so it is now nighttime, which means that it is go time to get the rest of these salad ingredients prepped for tomorrow. I'm just showing these cute little red bell peppers that we picked from our garden. We have grown some just really sweet itty bitty ones, and I don't know, to me they're just so cute. I was also showing a cucumber and tomato from our garden. So this tomato, oh, by the way, you gotta have your correct tomato cutting knife, which definitely for me is a serrated one. I have a special one that I like to use just for tomatoes. So these tomatoes are gonna go in a couple of the salads. I think I cut them up, put some in that bowl, which is a bean salad that I'm prepping, and then the rest I put in a separate container for other salad recipes. And now I'm cutting up this cucumber. I decided to take the seeds out because we've grown some pretty large cucumbers, and those seeds just, I don't know, they're okay, but it's definitely better without the seeds. And these are for the bean salad as well, but I left them aside. I feel like they would have gotten mushy if I put them all together. And then I drained 2 cans of beans, chickpeas and white beans. I used cannellini beans. Use whatever you have. Those went into the bean salad. And then this green pepper I'm cutting up and another red pepper. This one was from our garden. And I asked my husband if next year for our garden if we could have less cucumber plants and more of those pepper plants, because I really enjoy those the most and eat a lot of them. So also going in the bean salad is red onion, mint, and parsley. I left the mint until tomorrow because I didn't want that to go bad, but I did chop up the parsley here and put that in. Here's that bean salad. Look at all that beautiful color in there. I try to keep things mostly separated, like the beans, the tomatoes, the parsley, the peppers, the onions. I didn't mix it all together. I feel like that'll help it overnight. Next, I started prepping the lettuce for the grinder salad. I had cut up those meats and the cheese already, and so now I'm just cutting this romaine lettuce into thinner pieces. I think anytime a salad is cut up more small, it's just easier to eat, and I kind of enjoy that more. So I'm just chopping up this lettuce into thinner pieces, and then I put this all in the bowl and just kept the lettuce all by itself in the fridge until the next day. And then tomorrow I added all those meats and the dressing and the other toppings. So here I've got some veggies for the sandwich board: tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, and some red onion. I still have to cut up some fruit, but it's not as much, so I'll take a little break and do that later. Every little square inch of our fridge. This is what it looks like when you have a party. Awesome. Praise God. Now I'm moving on to prepare the salad dressings. This first one is for the grinder salad. It has mayonnaise, red wine vinegar, Italian seasoning, or oregano if you have that, some garlic powder, salt and pepper, and then 2 tablespoons of grated Parmesan cheese. I didn't show that. That was like the best part of this salad dressing recipe. The next one is for a broccoli salad. It has sour cream, mayonnaise, apple cider vinegar, maple syrup for that added sweetness, and then give it a good shake, especially if you're using real sugar. Those granules need to be dissolved. It takes a little bit of extra work. And then I'm just giving it a little taste. You always got to taste. And I said, ooh, that tastes good. And then last, this is the bean salad recipe. It has olive oil, lemon juice, garlic. Let's see what else. Some Italian seasoning. It was pretty simple, actually. That might have been it. Maybe some salt and pepper. Here's my sunflower, buddy. Alright, so I got these cool things at Walmart. They're little like condiment squeeze bottles. And I thought these would be so fun for putting the condiments in, just to make it so much easier. You just make your sandwich and squirt it on instead of having like, you know, one of these with a knife stuck inside. I just thought it'd be easier. They cost $1. Obviously it's not the best plastic material probably, but for the convenience and the fun of it, I got 4 of these. So I'm gonna put some mayo honey mustard and regular mustard, so I don't actually have a lot of mayo. So I'll probably need to put that in a last minute grocery order. Let's fill these up. I did really enjoy using these containers for the condiments. It didn't make such a huge difference probably, and it was a little extra work putting them together, but sometimes it's fun, just these little extra touches. So remind me to add mayonnaise to my grocery order. Also, these tops don't stay on too good, but that's all right. And I can see myself using these bottles for other things like maple syrup, or if you make a homemade dressing, I think that'd work really well in these too. All right, how long do I do this for? I did get to the bottom of that mustard bottle, or at least as much as I was willing to do. Sometimes your time is just more important than getting every last little drop, right? Look at that, so fun. I love it. All right, before I forget, let's just do this. What's this kind? Sunflower oil. Guys, you gotta look at the oils. I don't want to eat something that's just sunflower oil, you know? Maybe I'll just buy a small one. Let's see. Water, at least olive oil comes before canola oil. What are you gonna do? So the next thing I wanted to do is my grandpa kindly and generously and so giftedly built this as kind of like a cover. It's all out of wood. It's a cover that goes over our stovetop, and it just has little pieces of wood like that. It's just a little frame at the bottom. I'll show you. Amazing, right? So it covers over the stovetop, so if you're hosting, it just looks a lot prettier, like to put food. So I thought this would be the perfect sandwich board, and I want to cover it in parchment paper because this wood doesn't have any finish on it. It's just raw wood, I believe. So I want to cover it in parchment paper, maybe tape it around the edges, so that tomorrow I can just put all the stuff on it and it'll be good to go. This parchment paper, I feel like, man, I was putzing with this for so long, and you will see what's gonna happen, but it just took a little bit of extra time. After like 2 minutes of trying to tape that, I realized it's parchment paper. The tape is not gonna stick on it. It just comes right off. Just doesn't stick at all. LOL. Let me go ask my genius husband. Option 1. Stick tack. If that doesn't work, I'm just gonna cut it and lay it. And it'll probably be a little hard if I have to move stuff around, but that'll be fine. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. And by the way, the parchment paper, it was just fine being laid flat like this. There was no need for it to be taped down. It didn't move, nothing like that. That's it. And that's a wrap on everything in this fridge. Going down to the dark basement. We have this amazing cabinet down here where I store extra hosting things and like extra pantry things and crock pots. So I am looking for, let's see, this thing. I put silverware in. I also need to bring up a tablecloth for outside and these little clips and some cups and probably water bottles and plates. Oh, got a lot. Good morning. It is Sunday. It is my birthday. I'm officially 30 years old. We just got back from church, the girls and me, and we picked up some balloons.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! That we will, oh, thank you. You got your necklace on. that will hang up maybe outside, but we have about 2.5 hours. So I'm going to assemble the salads and then put them back in the fridge so they can kind of marinate. And yeah, I'm feeling good, feeling really excited, and it'll be a beautiful day today. Okay. I'll just put all these in. What am I gonna do with the rest? Put them all in. Alright, so now the day of, I'm throwing all these salads together, putting the different things together. This is the hot honey pasta salad. It makes me a little sad watching myself make this one just because it was not my favorite. I just didn't enjoy it very much. But life goes on. That's just how it goes when you're trying new recipes. Some of them are good and you're going to keep making them for lots of parties, and some of them you will not make again, and that's okay. So I added the arugula, and then I am just tearing out, this is some basil that I tore the leaves off and washed and added it to the hot honey pasta salad. Now moving on to the broccoli salad, I took out the broccoli that I had put with the red onions in the fridge, and then added dried cranberries, sunflower seeds, bacon, cheddar cheese, and that sweet dressing. And I feel like this is just such a classic recipe, this broccoli salad, and just a fun way to eat broccoli. So giving this all a mix. And of course, a little taste. Now I am going to the grinder salad. Again, I just had that lettuce that I cut up the night before in the fridge in that bowl. So I'm adding the meats to it, the tomatoes, and this dressing, and giving it a mix. And then I topped it with some more grated Parmesan cheese just to give that little finishing touch. This was, in my opinion, the best salad that I made, and my husband really liked it, and I think it was just a fun new recipe to try, especially the combination of mayonnaise with lettuce. It just tastes really good together. And now to the bean salad. So I'm adding the next day some feta cheese, that cucumber that I had set aside, and then this mint that I'm washing and chopping up. And anything with fresh herbs just tastes so delicious. I loved all the flavors of this bean salad. It's not something I would like crave, but it definitely tastes delicious and is a healthy choice with lots of different flavors. What did you make? Did you make that for me? Did you make it for me? Is it be careful? Aww. I'm showing the camera. Thank you, honey. Oh, that's good for now. Thank you so much, honey.
Yeah. Mom?
Alright, here's our salads. The hot honey salad, which if I have time, I'm going to add a little bit more spice to it, and maybe some more honey, and I forget what was in it, oil. The broccoli salad, grinder salad, and the bean salad, and then the Caesar salad I'm going to throw together just last minute. Now I'm moving on to this fruit. I saved the peaches and the kiwis to cut up the day of. I just read online that those can turn brown, which they actually didn't really turn brown, so I could have cut them up the night before, but maybe fresh is always best. And this fruit helped keep my girls a little bit happy as I was getting things ready, so maybe I need to cut up more fruit like this for my girls to snack on. But I really enjoy this combination of the berries and the peaches and the kiwi. It was just really beautiful, all the different colors, and also really delicious. I don't always use kiwis, mostly because I'm just lazy to cut them up and take the skin off, but I think there are some really good nutrients in kiwis. I'm also using my favorite serrated knife again. This is definitely my go-to for cutting up fruit. I don't know, I just like that the knife blade is long, but it's still small, and I definitely prefer this over a paring knife. I really like the serrated edge. Look at all those colors. I am just adding some honey and lime juice, which I don't normally do, but I saw it on Pinterest, and it tasted really delicious. I just put kind of a squirt in each of them and stirred it up. It mixed up just fine, but it was a nice added touch, not too sweet, and just a little bit of freshness in there. And of course, you got to take a bite and make sure that it's good, and then I'm just filling up this mayonnaise container. My husband stopped at the store to pick up some groceries on his way home after church. Okay, you help with baby. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini.
Maybe will they hear?
All right. Yeah, so these pepperoncinis, they were supposed to go in the grinder salad, but selfishly I left them out because I tasted the grinder salad. I thought it's so delicious, and I do not enjoy pepperoncinis. So I put these on the sandwich board instead. Speaking of, here's a sandwich board. I threw this together last minute before the guests came. It took maybe 20 minutes, and my sister was here helping me too. But I'm really happy with how it turned out. Everything fit on there just perfectly. Our little condiments there, and then the salads and the fruit here. Just beautiful, all the colors. And then I have to cut those almond bars, some chips, and the donuts. So we did it. Okay, good there? Okay, good morning. It's the next day. We had such a fun time last night. It was a great party. I'm so grateful for all the friends who came. That's how I wanted to celebrate my 30th birthday, just with a bunch of friends. And yeah, I feel so blessed to have amazing friends in my life. It was such a fun time. I feel blessed. My sister came over a little bit early to help get things prepped for the party, which I was so grateful for. She's one of those people who just knows what needs to get done. I had dirty dishes in my sink. She put them in the dishwasher. She saw that the cooler hadn't been filled with drinks or ice yet, so she did that for me. Helped setting up outside. So I was so grateful for her help last minute, as well as my husband, who's taking care of things outside and getting the lawn and the backyard all ready and the things for the bonfire set up. So it was such a fun time. We had a couple kids here, which was fun. So anyway, thanks to God for 30 years of my life and just how He's led me and blessed me, and I'm so thankful and look forward to what's to come. Thanks for coming along in this video, and it was fun to get the party ready.
I want to see your video.
Bye! Thank you so much for coming along to celebrate my 30th birthday with me. I had such a blast planning and prepping for this party. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, I feel like you should get $10 because this was so long. I'm just kidding, but thank you for being here. We'll see you next time. Bye.